Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Boar Meets World. We are your hosts. I'm Kyle. Sitting across from the table is my co-host Steven.
Hi guys.
Really, I would say not even. Well, I feel like when I say co-host, I feel like I'm saying I'm the main host.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's a very 50-50 effort when it comes to the recording part.
Sure.
The talking part is 50-50. Everything else is like you.
Yeah.
So really, I'm your co-host.
Yeah, sure.
So I think from now on, I'm going to introduce it as, hello and welcome to this week's edition of Boar Meets World.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the co-host, Kyle. Across is
the main host.
the main host. Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're the main host.
The main host?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
I mean, if it gets me out of doing more work, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
But because you do, and this goes for the other show too. You handle the bulk of the lifting when it comes to the
our wonderful presence on social media.
Yeah.
Actually putting the show up.
The editing.
Keep going.
Networking.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Looking for sponsors. Which
Which we're looking for.
Yeah. But I mean,
I need some money.
Please pay us. Pay us, please. But yeah. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
He's choking. He can't pay his medical bills. He's dying. Please sponsor us. Audible, I'm talking to you. All right, come on. Get us in on this.
Audible, Blue Apron, somebody.
SOS, save our show. Save our show. Save our Steve. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right. Okay, to the show. What you all came here to listen to.
Yeah, let's stop beating around the bush here and let's talk about episode 4.
Cory's Alternative Friends.
See, you're like the main host.
Nah, man.
I'm
just playing off you.
Yeah. Since we still don't really have a structure here, I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's just do what we've been doing. We'll break down the show.
Do what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the way we've been doing, if you haven't been listening, is we go over the show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like we need to give a brief introduction to the show for new listeners? Or you
On
think
episode 4?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, what you're telling me is...
This is a podcast about Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Brought to you by two dudes that are real old.
We're not real old.
Well, I'm real old.
We are old enough...
He's medium old.
I'm medium. I'm almost in my 30s.
Yeah. I'm already inside.
Yeah. He's neck deep into the 30s.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah. Oh, that sounded bad. But, okay. Well, from what you're telling me is that this show, on a top 200 comedy podcast.
Yeah, it's popping off.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, thanks for checking us out, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
We talk about Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
We're on episode 4. If you're like totally lost and confused, even though there is no real overall storyline to the show,
Yeah.
there's 3 more for you to check out.
I definitely recommend doing like a Talking Dead format where you watch the show and then you tune into our podcast.
Yeah, or at least just watch the show because it's pretty good. This one,
It's extra. Anyways,
we do this every week for free though.
So to open up this episode, you're
breaking down the episode this
I'm
week.
going to try to remember because we just watched it.
Yeah, good.
Help me out if I lose anything.
All right.
Opening of the show.
Yes.
We are doing presentations at the front of the...
And we got 2 ladies we've never seen before, and they're talking about something.
Breaking down fish or some kind of chemical reaction being dangerous to fish and why we need to do an alternative solution for pollution or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Main event comes up next.
I thought they were talking about biodegradable products.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I just remember them sticking something down into
it was a fish, and then they brought it back, and there's this bones.
Skeletons, yeah. Moving on, more importantly.
Yeah.
Sean Hunter.
Yeah.
Cory Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
They have their presentation.
They do.
It's
Their
over
team, as usual.
air pollution.
Yeah, and they come up there, and they're pointing at the the map there.
Yeah, incorrectly.
Yeah, wrong every time.
Very.
Phoenix, like, placing them where they should be over and over.
Denver, down in Guatemala. Philadelphia, down in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
And they're talking about air pollution, or so it seems in the beginning.
I have a really good intro on that.
But surprise, surprise, what's it actually all about?
It leads to the Phillies not doing as well as the Colorado Rockies.
About fucking baseball. They love it.
Whoa.
We're explicit. It's fine.
We are now?
Yeah.
Okay. We're a show about middle schoolers.
There was no other option.
Okay.
We knew it was going to break down. Let's be real.
Come on. Well, we had that one thing planned out.
Well, that's so much work, and, we don't like doing that.
Okay.
Well, I know you're not going to do it, and I don't want to.
Okay. Gotcha. True on both points.
Yeah, baseball, they love it. Talking about the air, better in Denver. Their baseball team does better than the one in Philadelphia. Feeney ain't having it.
No.
He's like, you guys get to try again? New partners this time? I made a horrible mistake by letting you guys choose your own partners. So now we're going to try again with Sean, hooked up with Minkus.
Yep.
And Cory with a new lady we met for the first time. Going to be pretty important, I'm going to guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode 4, Cory's Alternative Friends, is the first appearance of Topanga.
Yeah, Topanga.
Yeah.
Very first time we meet Topanga.
That is not going to translate well when I listen to the playback. It'll be like surprise all over again. Rosbor, listeners, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
Yeah.
Another first thing I wanted to point out.
Okay.
During the opening credits, first ever credit for Ryder Strong.
Yeah, well, it's the first episode he had like more than a line in. So
that's true.
So that happens, and then I believe we see the wonderful opening credits that you just alluded to.
I cringe every time I watch those things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, let that breathe.
Yeah.
Because that credit opener stinks.
And then next we see Cory. He's like getting something from the vending machine. He overhears some ladies talking about somebody with some terrible hair.
Says it's practically a Brillo pad on their head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paraphrasing, of course, but...
As you always do.
Yes, I do.
He asked Sean,
yeah,
how's my hair, dude?
That's not a guy's... Oh, shoot. I caught myself there. That's not a question guys ask other guys.
Yeah. So, apparently we're still not quite woke on this show.
No. It was the 90s, man.
Sure.
Should have just... It's practically caveman era at this point. As fast as we've evolved. Intolerance, wokeness. We have woken up as a civilization.
Yeah. And
it's in our best interest to stay woke.
Yes, please. That sounds sarcastic.
No. Anyways, what did he call Cory's hair? It was funny, whatever it was. I can't remember.
Did he call his hair something this time?
He's like, you're more like, God, I can't remember it now.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I heard Chia Pet thrown around.
Mm-hmm.
Afro. I don't think I heard Afro.
No, I don't think so.
No.
That'd be too far.
Yeah.
Anywho, Topanga shows up. She's talking about how she's going to have good old Jedediah drop her off after school so they can work on their project.
I don't see anybody in the state of Pennsylvania being named Jedediah. Okay.
Cory's like, well, who the hell's that? That's her dad. She doesn't call her dad. Dad.
We didn't really touch on it, but the initial impression you get from Topanga is that she's very alternative.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Yeah, because when she is paired up with Cory, she turns around and wants to hold his hand to see if their vibrations are in sync.
Yeah.
So that they're compatible.
She's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does that fade later on? That whole, very spiritual...
Yeah, it definitely disappears. And there's some story to it, I think, in a way.
Okay.
So we'll touch on it again.
Okay. All right, good. Another big thing that kind of shocked me that I don't remember from later seasons or ever really is that Sean has a sister. Because he's talking to Cory in the cafeteria about his hair, and he's like, we just use the stuff that my sister uses to straighten her hair.
Mm-hmm. His sister, Stacy, that we'll never hear from again, and we didn't ever see.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I didn't just block her out or something.
No. She doesn't exist.
Whoa.
Except for this episode. Apparently, there was going to be another third seat kid this episode.
Yeah.
Third friend, you know.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was didn't show up or got fired or something. So they gave Mr. Ryder Strong all of that kid's lines as well.
Oh, is this a tidbit of information?
Yeah.
Did I say tidbit? Tidbit.
It's
Sorry.
a tidbit.
Okay. Huh. That's cool.
Yeah. Very good. You're working it in.
I am.
It'll get over, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Once we get into later seasons, everyone knows what the hell we're talking about.
yeah. When it actually happens on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah. Kid got fired or something. Sean got his lines.
They're like, we're going to give you the ball, kid. Run with it.
So, some other friend was going to have a sister. So, Sean ended up with a sister because of that.
That's just lazy writing. Well, no, they didn't have that planned in. They were still writing a lot of this show.
Yeah.
Going in. Okay.
Sure. Well, we'll give them a break, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Topanga's like, Jedediah. Cory's like, who? Dad. I don't call my dad Dad.
How do you tell your dad from the rest of the dads?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think about that?
You know, it's
Some weird new age shit.
yeah, stuff, new age stuff, Steven.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, you gotta try.
The seal is off.
Normally, I'm the one that breaks the seal every episode.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just being belligerent.
And Topanga has a petition to save Mrs. Rosemead's job. She's the librarian.
Who's ancient.
And, yeah, apparently she's really old. And Topanga says this is blatant ageism. And then Sean says, well, that's because she's blatantly old.
Maybe strong quote of the episode?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right.
I liked it.
Strong quote. In case you're wondering what that is, it's whenever Sean Hunter says a quote that is straight awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Unlike how I delivered that information to you just now.
Yeah, Sean has a sister. That's my next one. We're at Matthew's household now, and Morgan's asking about a doll. Maybe
Going in the microwave?
is that a good idea?
No.
No, that would be a mistake. She made a mistake.
Well, it looks like I made a mistake.
Yeah. Amy asked Cory, why didn't you do something about that? He said, I just thought we were having plastic for dinner. It's pretty good.
Yeah, very, very snarky.
Morgan still loves her doll.
Even though it's pancaked.
She doesn't care what it looks like. Amy says, we'll get you a new one. She's like, okay, and just throws that one in the trash, basically.
That was actually really funny. Her
Was
just tossing that all willy-nilly like that. But yeah, Cory and Topanga working on
their report here. And they're talking about how they're going to do something a little wacky.
Yeah.
Or at least Topanga wants to.
Poetry with dance.
Yeah, some performance art here. And what do you think?
About the performance art?
Yeah. You on Cory's side here? Or you're pretty open-minded?
I'm pretty open-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't have done that in school, though. Just because, the sheer brutality of the, hazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I was about to make a joke, but it is way too soon to do that. Anyways, you shouldn't haze people over being unconventional.
Right. Yeah, I didn't even like reading papers in front of the class.
No.
Or even sat at my desk reading things aloud.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
Mostly because if I read for like 30 minutes straight or something, my voice starts cracking really bad.
Even to this day?
Even to this day, man. And I don't have a deep voice to begin with. So it's just like I got to take all the baritone I can get. Okay?
Right.
So like I'm sitting here in a meeting and I'm reading over an incident that happened, and I'm talking like this because I've been reading for 30 minutes. It's terrifying because you don't know what's going to happen. You just start feeling that tongue get really dry, and you're like, oh, shiz it's coming. I can't stop it. It's going to come out. But anyways, performance art. Cory is not in favor of this.
No.
Because Cory's a very American male. Baseball, conventionalism.
Yeah, no one laughs at conventional.
I want to blend
says.
in.
Yeah.
Topanga.
Why do you care so much about what people think?
What's his answer again?
I don't know. She says something about the earth cries when something...
When you aren't yourself or something like that?
Yes, and Cory's like, I'd rather have the earth crying than my friends laughing at me. So.
Which, I mean, that's common for everyone.
I know you're a guy that embarrasses easy.
Oh, heck
You can relate.
Yeah. Well, everybody just wants to blend in. Like you were saying with the whole, you don't even like reading at your desk in school. It's because, you're being pushed out in front, even though you're not moving, and the attention is theoretically all on you.
Yeah.
You're not blending in anymore, pal. You're not conventional. Yeah. And it's terrifying.
Yeah. I couldn't even do a live episode of this podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
We sat down at, Boy Meets WorldCon.
Yeah. We're
like the main eventers.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course.
I don't think...
Hulk Hogan of the PWO, of course we're the main eventer.
Well, duh. You think we're mid-card or something? Anyways. I think what she's doing is very cool. I think that but at that level, you kind of have to pick your battles, In an ideal world, no one should make fun of you for being that different. But sometimes you just gotta keep, your cuckoo to yourself till you get out of town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let your freak flag fly, as they say.
Yeah. What about you? I was gonna ask you about this. Is conventional a good thing?
Oh, yes and no. I think. I mean.
Well, because you've been pretty punk rock your whole life.
Sure. Yeah, I've always been the alternative friend. I think in most scenarios. So.
Were you ever picked on? I can't see you getting picked on.
Not really, because I don't think anybody cares because I don't say anything and I'm not loud or whatever. I'm just like, I'm over here.
As long as you keep to yourself.
You don't notice me. Except for my hair's pink.
Your hair's really loud, freak.
Yeah.
Well, I would see people that were just shy, kept to themselves, but the way they dressed, they would get bombarded on the bus home.
Sure.
Just by people, just giving them 9 kinds of crap.
So the bus I could see because there's a little less authority there than the actual classroom.
Yeah.
Kids cut loose on the bus.
Yeah. But not so much. You never got picked on the bus? You definitely seem like a kid that would have rode the bus.
Yeah. But I just slept, so.
Oh, okay.
How I never missed my stop, I don't know.
They're like, we're not going to pick on him. He's taking a nap. We don't want to disturb him.
Quiet down, everyone.
Can you haze a little bit quieter, please?
Steve's tired. Quiet.
This leads me into my next talking point. Caring what other people think. Have you ever, and I'll cut loose with you, have you ever given a shit over how people view you? Because I have never once noticed it.
Really?
Really?
Well, I try to keep it on the down low. Yeah. I would say so. I'll have to think for a moment to recall. Give me one of yours, because I know you.
Oh, I'm on the opposite
definitely,
spectrum.
You couldn't stop telling me about occasions where you cared.
Yeah. You've been in several of them. Just watching my discomfort and, just rolling in it like a pig in shit.
Well, I think that's why you've never seen me out of my comfort zone, because I'm just always laughing at you,
right?
Because you're already out.
I make you comfortable when I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah,
so exactly. Because they're like, look, everyone's going to be laughing at this dweeb.
Yeah.
I can
just join in on that.
I can blend in and be conventional with them. Because I would rather my friend cry than the whole world laugh at me.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez.
What was the question?
I'm sorry. Have you ever given a shit about what people think of you? You can just name specific people because I feel like everyone has that person in their life where they really care what they think of them.
I don't know. It's probably just maybe older people in your family. I guess you got to kind of act normal around them.
You
or
care what your
something.
family thinks?
Not necessarily, but maybe my grandparents or something.
I can see that.
They don't know a lot of secrets about me, so.
They still think you don't smoke?
I don't smoke. I don't drink or do anything. I'm a good boy and I work hard. So I'm just the complete opposite.
They think you work hard?
Oh, yeah. Well, they tell me I should anyways.
You know, Steven, you really don't have an alcohol problem, or you don't smoke the tobacco.
Yeah.
I can't figure out what's wrong with you. Why are you...
And you don't gamble.
Wow. All those are wrong. Well, you don't have an alcohol problem. But
No. Working on it.
You're working on it?
Yeah.
Dude, I am too. I quit soda, and I feel like I've just been slowly replacing it with beer.
Good. That should help with what you're trying to accomplish.
Right?
With
Yeah.
no soda.
All right. I was like, I'm cutting out sugar, but I'm replacing it with alcohol.
Yeah. The hops still be fine for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, we do the little performance art. Topanga ends up with lipstick all over her face. I feel like we took a major detour that no one gave a shit about.
Oh, I think they will. But anyways, lipstick all over the face.
Sean shows up. He's like, use a mirror, babe.
That's not woke.
No?
Man, the 90s were the wild, wild west.
Mm-hmm. I believe the Wild Wild West came out in the 90s.
Oh, that remake? 98?
Mm.
Will Smith?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big Willie style. Sean shows up. It's time to straighten some hair. Let's see what happens. But Cory asked Topanga, what do you think about my hair? And she says, it's like a beautiful desert tumbleweed. So, I don't know if that's what he wanted to hear.
That is definitely not what he wanted to hear. And that's why they go up there to put the stuff into his hair.
Yeah. Are you being me?
No.
No.
Is that how you view yourself talking?
You told me that on a prior episode of this or the other show. I don't know.
I think you had a very William Shatner thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I do recall mentioning that.
Mm-hmm.
They put the shampoo in his hair.
That they do.
Yep.
They call Cory's like, hey, is this supposed to be burning? Yeah. He's like, I don't know. Is it burning? He's like, no, I'm just trying to make conversation with you.
Yeah. My ears are swollen jalapenos?
Something like that. Throbbing jalapenos.
Throbbing
I believe,
jalapenos.
yeah.
Sorry.
He's like, let me call Stacy, my sister, and ask about it. She's like, of course not. You need to watch this out immediately. Like an hour ago.
Yeah, you two are idiots. She says we're idiots. Thanks, Stacy.
Yeah. Watch this out. It's not a pretty sight.
You know, I didn't think it really looked that bad.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, kind
of. I mean, well, it was nice and thick. And
Shut up. Yeah, you caught me. I was like, my hair looked like that when I was that age. All full and so full of life.
Yeah, so Amy shows up. They're like, what the hell?
Yep.
Eric got the good hair.
Oh, yeah. Eric got the good hair.
Yeah.
And he goes like, yeah, I did, or something like that.
Yeah, kind of shakes his head, you know.
And holy crap, the women in the audience.
Mm-hmm. Going wild for Will.
He's not old enough for you ladies to be going wild, okay?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's a bunch of 16-year-old girls in the audience.
Oh, totally. That's definitely what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Anyways, it was crazy how big of a pop that was.
Yeah. This is the first one kind of like that in this show, I think.
Yeah.
Episode 4 here. Eric's like, you're going to go bald after putting that in your hair.
Girl at school did that. Bam. Cue ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alan shows up. He's worried. He says the same exact thing.
Guy at work did it. And now he's a cue ball.
Cory is definitely not going to school tomorrow. Cut scene. We're in class.
Yep. He's wearing that Phillies hat.
Of course. Loves baseball. Loves it.
Yeah, every episode has had a Phillies tie-in.
They should have done some kind of partnership, sponsorship, or something.
Yeah, or at least had him meet him or explain why he gets out of baseball later.
But yeah. Feeney's like, yeah, take this hat off. He takes it off, but you can obviously see his hair already. Something is different under this hat.
Right.
But yet, it's not until he removes the hat people are like, that's different. Huge laugh.
Well, I think, before when he did it, it didn't look that weird. It just looked straight and kind of shaggy.
Sure.
But that hat, like the hair just kind of morphed to the hat shape.
As hair does.
Right.
When you wear a hat.
I don't remember if they gave the presentation. Did they give the presentation?
Well, let me look at my notes here. Topanga didn't laugh. That's all I know.
Okay.
She's very nice.
Right.
And woke.
She's very woke.
No, they did not give it. We cut to lunch. Cory goes, he's got to sit with the weirdos.
Yep.
That's not me saying they're weird.
That's just the name that has been given to them by Cory's table.
Yeah. Girl shows up. She's like, I only got one signature for this petition for the librarian. Cory talks with Cape Boy.
Who doesn't even know he wears a cape, apparently.
What cape? Cory talks about Beavis and Butthead.
Another huge pop.
Huge.
I never knew Beavis and Butthead was that big.
I knew it was big, but this doesn't seem like the correct audience for this show.
Apparently everybody watched that show back in the day.
So it seems. I didn't.
It was before my time.
Before your time.
Yeah.
See, this is blatant ageism.
Yeah, you're old. Sorry. You're blatantly old.
Yeah, thank you. Cory has a plan to get more signatures. He's like, you got to know your audience. That's why he brings up Beavis and Butthead. These kids are different. You got to talk to them with something that they know.
Yeah.
Not your weirdo capes and piano playing and lunch, which you may recognize that kid. He was on American Pie.
The one playing the keyboard?
Yeah.
Who was he? I've never seen American Pie.
What's his name on American Pie? If you haven't seen it, you're not going to know.
No. I've seen like the first 20 minutes of American Wedding. That's as far as I've gotten with that series.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Why?
Huh? I don't know. It's just something that I never ended up watching.
Don't like your raunchy sex comedies?
No, it's not that. It's just we never crossed paths, me and that movie.
Okay. Well, I'll introduce you later.
Okay. I think I might be too old now to appreciate it.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Time has come and gone for you. Sorry.
No, it's true. Like, I'm noticing it at any point in my life. Like, things that used to interest the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I get nothing.
You might want to go back to maybe an episode or two ago and realize you need to stay a kid as long as you can.
I know, but I think I'm past the point where I can say I'm a kid.
We can come back and visit like Alan did.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Where are we at here?
We're at them coming up with the idea to lock themselves to the lockers.
Well, actually, I believe Cory's in his bedroom and he's curling his hair, trying to get it back to normal.
Yeah.
Eric comes in, catches him in the act, takes a little photo of him.
Polaroid.
That's some old school stuff, huh?
Yep. I own you now.
93. He owns him for life.
Those things were awesome.
Polaroid?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you just take the picture and it just instantly comes out.
Yeah.
You don't have to go get it developed.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to 1 hour photo where a creepy Robin Williams looking guy is going to look at your photos.
Very good.
Thanks, man. I never saw that movie either. Anyways.
We might need a movie podcast.
I think so, yeah.
So you can watch some movies.
That's going to be the other thing you break me into. We should just have a whole network dedicated to Stephen introduces Kyle to the world. It's
Kyle meets world.
Yeah, it's man meets world. I was about to say young man. No, we still qualify as young men.
Even me?
Even you.
Good.
Yeah, I think we got to like 41 before we were just considered men.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Got a long time for that.
Oh, yes, we do.
All right, so yes, it's Friday. They're going to handcuff themselves to the locker and block the exit.
Correct.
That's how you get their attention.
Yep. By protest.
It's Friday afternoon. These kids are excited to get the hell out of there, go home, play some video games, maybe get your, I was going to say the name of the water gun, but I can't remember it.
Oh, I can't either.
The Hydrosat 3000.
No, yeah.
I believe. Something like that. Whatever you do after school on Friday when you're in 6th grade.
They're definitely not thinking about going to the library and being like, hey, Miss Mead, we hope you get to keep your job.
Yeah. So. Yeah, definitely not.
So here they come roaring.
And neither would I.
No.
I didn't even go to the library.
Unless
those, it was a book fair popping off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those were fun, right?
Buy the latest Goosebumps or something.
I never bought anything. I just read it right there. Got to be thrifty.
You're the guy at the comic book store reading them instead of buying them. Huh?
Damn right.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you gonna buy that? Comic book store, not a library. I just put it down and no, it sucked. Walk out. Just like the shop. Sad old man. You're blatantly old.
Yeah. Are you guys hiring?
Huh?
Are you guys hiring?
Am I on a tirade?
Are you guys hiring?
Yeah. I'd like a job, please. And they're like, we only hire people with a full head of hair. Get lost, old man. But I'm 28.
Oh my god. Okay, so they're handcuffed to the lockers. The kids run up. They're trying to get out. Kids are like, get out of the way. We're trying to leave.
Yeah.
I believe the quote from the kid is, what are you doing?
We're going to miss the bus.
But it's Friday.
I don't think they'll miss the bus because the bus is there to pick them up. It cannot leave until it has those children. This kid probably should spend more time in a library.
So you can read about bus rules or something.
Yeah. Bus rules, statutes, and regulations. Pick it up. Otherwise, you're not going to get your $50 super soak stat, hydrostat, whatever the fuck you kids call it.
Are you sure the bus guy...
What's he going to... Oh, I don't have any kids to pick up here at this school full of them.
It's like, it's been 5 minutes. Somebody got on. I guess they all got picked up.
They all got picked up by all their parents. Not one kid.
I'm going to go to the next school. Yeah. Cory explains to them, for example, this librarian's old. Yep. She doesn't really notice anything. You can get away with... To
paraphrase,
everything in study hall.
Yeah, a kid said he was training for the, Olympic triathlon, decathlon, or whatever.
Yeah.
She bought me a discus and let me go.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
You let her go, you're going to get a young person with something to prove.
Yeah.
And study hall is going to be a thing of the past.
Yep. And they're like, fine, we're going to go sign it. And the weirdos have a little victory. They all disappear except for Cory and Topanga.
Because they're still handcuffed to the locker.
That they are. And what happens next?
Something that didn't involve consent. Mind you. Gosh, man. Just watching this episode alone, the 90s just seems like the Middle Ages.
Mm-hmm.
You can call women babes.
Yeah.
You can, catcall underage men or boys.
Yeah. Just all things that I want to do.
All those things. Every single one of them. All two of them. Anyways, Cory and Topanga handcuffed to the locker.
Yeah.
Yep. Take us through it.
I don't know. Yeah, I was hoping you did because I'm blanking.
Well, basically, she, in a roundabout way, says she likes Cory and then kisses him. Pushes him up against the locker, kisses him.
Yeah. Cory didn't look too thrilled about it.
He looked awesome after it because his hair's all up, what they call him, Don King.
Don King, yes.
Because the curling irons did not work.
No.
He looks like he should be promoting a Mike Tyson fight.
It's just a big, tall poof now.
Yeah.
And she's talking about the kiss and stuff first. She's like, wouldn't it be interesting if you got your first kiss when you thought you looked weird, blah, blah, blah.
Because then it wouldn't matter what you look like. You know, people can like you for you or something.
Pushing him against the locker, big kiss, big pop from the crowd. And then we got our show for the next 6 seasons.
Yep.
Cut away from there. We see Cory confronting the girls from the very beginning. And we find out, and so does Cory, that they weren't even talking about him. They're talking about somebody's brother.
Yeah. They're not bored enough to talk about Cory.
No. And Cory's like, oh, darn. He said
all that for nothing. All that for naught.
Yeah, exactly. That's tough.
It is tough. He goes to sit at Topanga and the Freaks and Geeks table, offer him a seat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I already told the guys to sit with them.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, you always have a spot here. He's like, thanks.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
And then he sits down to eat with them, and they talk about flag football or whatever, football after school.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right. And then Topanga looks at him as well. They exchange a glance.
Cute little glance.
Yeah. And then Topanga puts on a Phillies hat.
Yep.
Really cute.
Yep.
The moment, not her. That would be weird.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode.
Exactly.
What'd you think about this episode, my friend?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely pretty good.
Definitely pretty good.
Definitely pretty good.
So does that make it your favorite one so far?
No.
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 Okay.
I like, I want to say it's either the Fence one or Father Knows Less so far. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Do you remember your first kiss?
I figured you were going to ask this, and I was thinking, and I still haven't really thought of anything.
What a fucking player.
Yeah.
I mean, what a freaking player.
Yeah, I've just had so many, it's hard to keep track which one was first, you know?
The struggles of being Steven.
No, I don't know. I really don't know.
No.
I don't remember a lot of things from years ago.
I got you. It comes with age.
Yeah.
That advanced age.
I feel like that's going to be a problem with the show in general because it's going to be growing up talk and memories, and I feel like I didn't create a memory until I was like 13, or I don't remember anything.
Well, that's good. Well, I mean, they're 13 right now. What's your excuse?
Oh, well, I guess that's true. Well, actually, are they
12,
13?
11 or 12.
12, 13, 11, 10.
Something like that.
Do you remember yours?
Yes, it was when I met my current girlfriend. Thanks, you guys. See you next week.